Hey everyone, welcome back to Noiseberry Games. So, Robby and I, pretty much every week for the past a few years now, we've been playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Before the pandemic, we would meet up and play physically in the same room, and then once the pandemic happened, we had to find an alternative. So we now play using Project Ignis. You can maybe just about read it. Project Ignis Edo Pro, which is just a really good free way of playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Online with other people. So like I said, we've been playing again for a long time, since March 2020, we've been playing almost every week in this. And what you can do with this is you can actually save replays of the games you play. And so I've saved pretty much every game I've won against Robby, and also a couple of funny ones. So if we look at the replays I've got them going back to May 2020. I think we used a different program before May 2020. And I've got all these coming up to the last time we played, which was indeed October 12th, 2021. And it's really nice because it does show you how many turns. So if we go up here, 9 turns, 3 turns. You know, I thought I would just go through a couple of games because I saved a couple of funny ones. There'll be some older ones I won't remember, but this one was 3 turns. Let's have a look at this one. So, let's just swap. So, Robby's over here. He's playing with his water deck. I'm over here. I'm playing with my Yugioh deck, which is just a Red Eyes deck with some Gemini monsters. So, first things first, I think I go first. No, Robby goes first, activates Legendary Ocean, places Torrential Tribute Trap down on the board, and summons Abyss Soldier. So he's got 2,000 attack points because of Legendary Ocean. My turn. I don't have any monsters I can summon in my hand. Don't worry about Card Trader. I play Roulette Spider, which is an interesting card. Basically, when your opponent attacks, you roll a die, and depending on the number that comes up, you get one of these effects. So we can look at the effects when Robby does his thing. Sets a card, don't worry about it. He summons another monster. He's now got 4,400 attack on the board. I've got 8,000 life points. He attacks. I activate Roulette Spider. We roll the dice. It lands on 1, which halves my life points. And he kills me on the first turn he could attack. So, just I thought that was a very funny game where Robby just absolutely destroyed me in a couple of turns. Got another one here. You can see, from the dates, sometimes we'll have short games and sometimes we'll have long games. On the 1st, we only managed 4 games. On the 8th, we managed 4 games. On October 12th, we did 7 or 8 games, I think. Because most of them were quite short. I think this one is also very short, nothing. We had 1 long game, I think. So this was also 4 turns. Let's just swap these around. So I am playing my Yugi deck, which is partially a Dark Magician deck and partially an Exodia deck. Robby is playing his Red Eyes deck, which is just Red Eyes, basically. Possibly one of his best. Robby has 2. He has a Blue Eyes deck and a Red Eyes deck, and they're both really good. I think the Blue Eyes deck is slightly stronger, but the Red Eyes deck's still very good. So, Robby goes first. He, again, only has Torrential Tribute. That's the only thing he can play. He's got too many strong dragons in his hand. My turn. I summon Magician's Rod, which basically lets me add a card that mentions Dark Magician on it to my hand. So I choose Magician Navigation, which is, can't highlight over it right now. I also play these 2, don't need to worry about those. But Magician Navigation basically lets me special summon a Dark Magician from my hand, and then special summon level 7 or lower Dark Spellcaster monster from my deck, which is very strong. It's a really strong card, but I do need a Dark Magician in my hand. Luckily, I have one. And I attack and do 1,600 damage to him. Robby draws Seal of Orichalcos, which is great. I mean, it does a little bit of damage. It gives his monsters more attack. If he could summon any, I chain Magician Navigation off it, which lets me summon the Dark Magician from my hand. And I also grab another Dark Magician from my deck. I think there's 4 cards I can bring out, but I do have 3 Dark Magicians in my deck, so I thought they'd be good. Also, I have 2 Xyz cards in here, which are both 7 stars, so they need 2 7-star monsters. So always a good idea to bring out the Dark Magicians. Then if things go badly, I can turn them into an Xyz. So that is Robby's turn, and I just have lethal on board right now. I have 6,600. I was really expecting him to counter this, but again, just like the last game, just didn't stand a chance on it. That's very unfortunate. Okay, we've got another replay here. This is from September 1st. I think this one's really funny just because of how quickly it ramps up. Robby's playing his water deck here. I'm playing my zombie deck, which is easily my strongest deck. Unfortunately, the water deck does not match up well against the zombie deck at all. The key focus of the zombie deck is the Zombie World field card, which turns all monsters on the field and both graveyards to zombie monsters, which doesn't work well for like Robby's dragon decks that talk about dragon decks, or that talk about dragon monsters. You can see Aquajet targets fish, sea serpent, or aqua type monsters. They aren't those anymore, they're zombies when Zombie World's on the board. So my first turn is to play Call of the Mummy, which basically, if my board's empty, it lets me special summon a zombie from my hand. So I can special summon Gozuki here, and then I can regular summon Pyramid Turtle face down. Gozuki lets me send a monster from my deck to the graveyard. I send Doom King Ballardrock because during the standby phase, either standby phase, so it'll be Robby's standby phase, if a face-up card's in the field zone and this card's in the graveyard, you can just special summon it in defense position. So he is very valuable in the graveyard. So Robby's turn, he draws standby phase. My Doom King Ballardrock's on the board. He sends that to the graveyard to get Legendary Ocean, plays that, the Bugroth, and because Legendary Ocean or Umi's on the board, it can do it a direct attack. Fine by me, I'm about to mess him up with a Ballardrock. So we've got a pretty good hand here. We can just set everything into attack. We'll get rid of his, get rid of Bugroth. When Goblin Zombie attacks, it sends the top card of their deck to the graveyard, which will be this Frilla Rabka. Just adding insult to injury. And I've got Robby below half health. Use Gozuki's effect again to send Glow Up Bloom to the graveyard. When this card goes to the graveyard, I can banish it, and if I have a field card on the board, I can special summon a level 5 or higher zombie from my deck. And Ballardrock can basically chain off zombie cards activating their effects. So once per chain, when a zombie monster activates its effect, quick effect, you can apply one of the effects. So I can either negate it, so it's good for if Robby's monsters activate effects, or I can banish a monster from the field or graveyard. I think I just choose to banish something from Robby's graveyard, again, just to add insult to injury. I send 4 of my monsters to link summon my big zombie link monster. Just for a horrible turn. Robby standby phase, Ballardrock comes back. Poor Robby could only summon Reese, who she can't be destroyed by battle with a level 4 or higher monster. Luckily I have a link monster, they don't have a level, so it could be destroyed. And then I had probably twice Robby's life points as attack on the board. Poor Robby. I really do only save games I win, except for that one where I lost in 3 turns because I thought that one was hilarious. Let's take a look at this one. This was another 3 turns. Robby is using his water deck again, and I am using my Spirit Charmers deck. Not as familiar with this deck. I'm going to be amazed to see how I presumably win in 3 turns. What's Robby played? Torrential Tribute again. It's got too many of those. And double Tornado Wall. Jesus. That's when Umi's on the board. He doesn't take any life point damage. Okay. So I play this. Fine, that's probably fine. I can use this to destroy 2 of his spell cards. Got rid of both Tornado Walls. That's amazing. I think... yeah, if you control a spellcaster monster, you can special summon it. So I got that out. He Torrential Tributes it. I use Gigabyte's effect to summon this from my deck. And we do a little bit of damage. Robby is a very open board. He manages to bring back... oh, uh-oh. I think I might die at this game. I guess his effect lets me bring back Gigabyte. He link summoned Miss Starboy. Right, so he sent those 2 to the graveyard to link summon Miss Starboy, who gives all water monsters 500 attack and defense. And Yugioh I is a water monster, so he got 100 more attack than poor Miss Starboy, which meant that Robby would finish his turn there, I would have my turn, I would kill it with Yugioh I, summon something else, and just do more damage. And Robby had no cards in his hand, so he would have just been top decking, and it's a really bad situation to be in Yu-Gi-Oh! So he just surrendered. Don't know why I saved that one, but I thought it was pretty funny. There you go, I just thought that would be pretty fun to look at, I think that was 4 of the games I've played with Robby in Yu-Gi-Oh! Got a load of them, but most of them are like too far back for me to remember now. So it'd be quite hard to do like this kind of commentary over them, but I just wanted to show off those, especially like the 2 most recent ones, because I thought those were very funny. Alright, thank you guys very much for watching. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!